Every energy vampire gives themselves away with this one single move. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. This is the reason why you feel drained around some people and totally fine around others. And if you've been exhausted lately, this could totally be the reason. In this video, I'm going to talk about people who don't really take your energy but drain it out of you. I'm going to show you the exact behavior that exposes energy vampires instantly, even the subtle ones who seem nice at first. We are not talking about vampires with fangs. We are talking about everyday people like your boss, your coworker, your friend, and that particular relative who needs you at some point of time. Hello everybody, I am Vaishali Nikhade. I am an engineer turned psychic with over 9,000 readings, and I show you how you can leverage the power of the spirit and the power of the stars in order to be able to create momentum in your life. Having done thousands and thousands of readings, I can spot energy vampires within a few seconds. So I'm going to show you how you can develop that finesse to be able to spot them, maybe not in a few seconds, but once you flex that muscle, you will be able to get it. So here's what you're going to learn in this video. What an energy vampire actually is, what the characteristics of energy vampires are, and how to recognize an energy vampire with real life examples in each situation, but I'm going to change the names and maybe the circumstances. All right, so let's get started. The first one is what an energy vampire actually is. Energy vampires are people in your day-to-day life who are actually going to drain a lot of energy from you. They will seem nice at first, and then when push comes to shove and when they have to deliver something, which is something on their end, then they are going to use some sort of delay tactics or some sort of tactics where they will never fulfill their end of the deal, and we'll look at this more into the characteristics of energy vampires. But for now, just think of it as essentially they drain the battery out of your day. So now we come to the characteristics of energy vampires. So like I mentioned before, one of the things they do is they will hesitate or delay or probably even not deliver whatever it is that they have to fulfill on their end. There will be lots of drama and they may not just do their job. So here's how that works. So I'm going to create a situation for a real life story with two fake characters so that I mask their real life names. So we call the first person John Doe and we call the second person Anna. And let's say that John Doe is the boss and Anna is working under John Doe. And Anna and John Doe have some sort of a meeting, and what happens is Anna is having a problem and John Doe says, okay, I'm going to take a look at that and kind of tell you how to sort that out or how to solve that problem. So Anna says, great, this is amazing because now my manager is going to help me solve my problem. So this is their first characteristics, which is they will volunteer and show themselves off as someone who is a really nice person or a really good person or wanting to be really, really helpful. And wait until you see what happens next. All right, so now Anna has a problem and John Doe is going to help her solve the problem, and he has said that himself. So what happens is in the next meeting that Anna has with John Doe, she questions him again that, hey, listen, you were going to take a look at that problem that I had. What actually happened? Did you get a chance to look at it? And this is where the second characteristics of energy vampire comes in, which is they make a lot of excuses. It's like, oh no, I had to go out and it was my wife's birthday and it was my kid's birthday and we had gone out shopping, we had gone to Vegas, and you can think of any excuse and insert it here, but he's going to have 100,000 excuses. He may only just say one or two of them. And then if Anna kind of says a few things more, then he will spill out the other excuses. So that is the second characteristics of energy vampire, which is now when he's being asked to deliver his stuff, he's kind of, let's say, hesitant or not parting with his end of the bargain. All right, so now we move on to the next characteristics, which is now she kind of drills him and she says, so when are you going to do it? This is when the person or the energy vampire is kind of put on the spot. Knowing what I know about energy vampire, I already know the answer to it, but if you confront someone like this, and what they're going to do or say is, oh, you know what, I have to consult with this boss because your problem involves this second boss, and I have to consult with this boss and see if I'm the one to help you on this problem or if I can even help you on this problem, and so on. So essentially this is their third characteristics, which is they do not want to do the job themselves, but they want to defer the blame to somebody else so that they can kind of get out of it and look really, really nice that, hey, listen, I want to help you, but I don't know if it's in my place to help you or if I should be helping you or blah, blah, blah. So at this point, Anna realizes that this guy is full of it and she has to go and figure out the solution herself. So I gave you the three characteristics of energy vampires so far. Another one is just blaming external circumstances, which is like, oh, I'm busy, I'm this, I'm that, but essentially like they don't have any time to help you with your problem when in fact it was they who promised an answer to your problem. So now let me switch the story, and now let's say that the first person is Anna and the second person is Katie, and Anna and Katie are having an exchange, and let's say Anna is the boss in this scenario, or she is somehow above Katie in terms of authority. So now Anna is a little senior and Katie and Anna are working together. And Katie is giving Anna the runaround that, oh, I'm going to give you this piece of work on day 1. And on day 2, Anna is asking, so Katie, do you have the work? Katie says no. So then on day 3, Anna asks Katie again if she has the work, and then Katie says no. So at this point, Anna is working against a timeline and she has to essentially fire Katie. So essentially she goes and tells Katie that, listen, Katie, you're fired because you've just been giving me the runaround, which is the next characteristics of energy vampire, which is they are never going to say no. They are always going to give you the runaround. So you'll never get a no from their mouth. You'll always get excuses, always a runaround. So at this point, Anna fires Katie, and Katie then emails Anna and says, hey, listen, really? Is this your final decision? Can you give me like one last chance? So this is the next characteristics of energy vampires, which is they will always want one chance and then one chance and then one chance. And by the time you keep giving them chances, your energy is completely depleted. So please, if you come across an energy vampire, don't give them so many chances. Just cut them off from your life. So we move on to the next point, which is how to recognize an energy vampire. So in terms of recognizing the energy vampire, we go to the second story between Anna and Katie. And essentially the way to recognize is to kind of cut them or to threaten to cut them off. You're not really threatening. Essentially at this point, they have drained so much of your energy that you are essentially going to cut them off. But the way to catch them is to hit them with a direct question and see if you get a direct answer. Most of the times you are never going to get a direct answer. And they will never take the blame on themselves. The blame will always be on an external person or an external scenario. It could be that the weather is not good. This probably is not the scenario, but maybe something happened. Or they will say, oh, I have to talk to my husband, I have to talk to my wife, I have to talk to my friend, I have to talk to my boss. But essentially they are deferring the blame to somebody. So the way to recognize an energy vampire is that they are always not taking responsibility for anything and always trying to point the finger at other people. And they will never take accountability for anything. And here's the part that nobody talks about. Your intuition will always give you a clue when an energy vampire is dealing with you. However, there are periods of time when your intuition is not going to work. It could be because of anxiety, and I have a video which I will link below, when your intuition is actually going to kind of dull down because of anxiety. And this is the reason I have created the Cosmic Chronicle, because your intuition gets louder when it is paired with the guidance from the stars. The Cosmic Chronicle gives you a weekly spiritual GPS so that you're not walking into emotional traps, draining people, or situations that are going to completely pull you off your path. It also gives you a high-level picture of what to expect during the week so that if an energy vampire is headed your way, you will know what to look out for in terms of the situation or the person, so that you don't really spend time with them or waste your time with them unless you just want to kind of play a game and just have fun with them, which I welcome you to do. I think it would be a lot of fun if you recognize an energy vampire and then just act innocent and pull their leg. So if you want to protect your energy, strengthen your intuition, and know what to look for during the week, then go ahead and sign up for the Cosmic Chronicle. The link is below. And if you would like to know how or why your intuition dumbs down or dulls down when you have anxiety, that is the subject of my next video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.